So don't try to put us down. Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to another quick midweek guitar lesson. This time it's from an album from 1983, which I have precariously placed down here, from 1983. Cheap Trick. It is the album Next Position Please. This features Jon Brant on bass. Get my camera back in focus here. Jon Brant on bass. The song is Invaders of the Heart. I think this is famous for Bun E Carlos's drum fills, which are standout. I'm not a drummer by any means, but even I can tell the drum fills on Invaders of the Heart by Cheap Trick from the album Next Position Please are killer. Bun E Carlos plays a blinder on this one. So I like to do my expectation levels as I do on all videos. You may notice I'm wearing a new hat. Those who pay attention, those who are subscribed to my channel, wearing a new hat. More about that in another video. I'll make a video on hats. So the expectation level here is, I'm going to show you what I think Rick is playing on the guitar. I couldn't find any live version of this apart from the Nielsen Trust. They do a version of it. Now on the studio version, Rick does a lot of sort of fills. I'm not doing all of them, I'm just showing you the basic chords of how to get through this song. It's a brilliant song, absolutely brilliant song. Very up-tempo, and I'm doing this on a 1981 Hamer Graphics Special. So the song starts with that kind of the false start. I guess they're doing a bit of my generation. I'm sure you already know how to play this, but just in case you wanted to know how Cheap Trick are playing it, it's G to F. G. And then I think when the singer comes in, I think maybe Rick's doing the vocals on this, just that little part. I think he's playing a harmonic up here on the 12th fret of the D, G and B strings maybe. Anyway, so we get into the main song. The first chord is an E major to an A. Sounds like AC/DC. Now I think he maybe suspends that A and plays the 3rd fret of the B string, like adding a sort of D chord. And then up to a B power chord. Now I think he does a slide here, so I said I wasn't going to show you any of the sort of fills that Rick does, but I think he does this. So he's playing for the E to the A, the suspension, A, B. I think he's maybe sliding from the 4th fret of the A up to the 6th fret, and then playing the 4th fret of the D and G strings like that, B. It's all together. Now the next chord is a C sharp minor, just once, to an A flat major, to an A major. I just play with those with bar chords. So far we have. And then the A again to a B. E. So I think that's how that whole part goes. I'll play it slowly. I'll play it even more slowly. I realised that wasn't too slow. I think one of the runs, one of the fills that Rick does, he's coming down and playing this sort of bluesy thing. When he's going from the B to the E, so I think in context, so I think this is how it goes. So what that is, I'll zoom in a bit, I'll move in a bit. It's the 4th fret of the B and 4th fret of, sorry, the 4th fret of the G, 4th fret of the top E, and the 3rd fret of the B. So it's 4, 3, 4. And just move it down each time. So in context slowly. I think that's how it goes. And then we get into the main chunk of the verse, and chunky it is. Indeed, it's just 12 bar chords. So the first one is a B, 7th fret of the bottom string, the 9th fret of the A string, and then we're hammering our pinky down on the 11th fret of the A. So it's like think status quo. So it's very, very up tempo. Move that down to an A, to an E. Now I think when he's hitting the E, he's hitting it like that, and then picking up the way to catch the top E and B strings. So all together, slowly. Into the main riff, which is we did for the intro, which is also the chorus. Try and focus my camera. So what I'll do is I'll play through a verse and then that chorus part, and I'll play it almost up to speed. He's using palm muting, I think, when he's playing these bar chords. And then into another verse. Now I think he does one of those, which a famous Rick Nielsen run that. I think he does it on quite a lot of tunes. It's killer. I couldn't work it out for years, you know, when I was younger and I was trying to learn Cheap Trick songs, and I heard that, I was like, what is he doing there? But I think it's just a series of pull-offs from the 3rd fret, focus camera, 3rd fret to the 2nd fret, to the open of the B string, G string, D string, and then the A string. Very, very quick. So it's quite difficult to fit in context. Into the chorus. Now the other main part in the song, like all great pop tunes, there's a key change and it moves up a full tone. So we're in a sort of key centre of E there, and then when we get to near the end, because the end when Bun E is doing his drum fills goes back to E, but before we get to the end we do go up a full tone for the chorus. So instead of starting on an E to an A, we start on a F sharp major to a B. I'm not sure if he suspends the B, we're playing the 5th fret of the B string, but it goes like this. And then B to a C sharp major this time, and then we go to an E flat minor, to a A sharp major, and then to the B, to a C sharp, to the F sharp. So I'll play that slowly. See both my hands here. And I think that's it for all the guitar parts, all the easy guitar parts anyway. Like I said, I'm not saying this is how Rick plays it, but it's how I would play it, it's how I have played it. I've played in a Cheap Trick covers band, did a few gigs, just did a few sets of Cheap Trick songs, and I think we did this one. I can't remember how the drummer did on the drum fills, because it's very tricky. But so this was how I played it. So the lesson is how I think Invaders of the Heart by Cheap Trick from the album Next Position, Please, released in 1983. That's how I think it goes. As ever, folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.